welcome to another edition of Nile Cruise. My name is Sharif Al-Touni and I'm joined today with Ahmed Nader. Hello, Ahmed.
Hello, Sharif. Thank you very much for being with me today as well as I'm being with you. The weather is actually really nice today. It's kind of hot weather.
Beautiful one.
Unlike the weather that we have had in the past 2 weeks. We've had rain, we've had cold.
And we were suffering. It was suffering, yes.
I guess the first topic that we'll be talking about today is the Cairo Book Fair, which was inaugurated by President Adli Mansour on Wednesday. The Cairo Book Fair is ongoing in Egypt now, and it is actually going in the Cairo Fair grounds, which is one of the leading cultural activities in the Middle East. And with over 3,000 exhibitors and 3 million international visitors per year, it is the biggest in the world after Frankfurt.
Yes, and definitely among our top event that happened throughout this week is the referendum over the constitution. Egypt finally established the political charter for Egypt, and the turnout was the highest at a high record of more than 38%, reaching 20.6 million. And finally the Egyptian approved the charter by more than 98%, which is a significant and really surprising number.
Overwhelming majority, yes. Another topic that we'll be talking about today in Nile Cruise is the Suez Canal and the development project that will be implemented in the coming few years, and we'll be hoping that it will be getting us more revenue from the Suez Canal, actually.
Just looking forward for that development. And the first segment, or the first report that we'll be having, is more about the recent posts over social media. We've tried to track the most popular posts over Twitter and Facebook, and we've brought them all together to you in one report. Let's have a look at that.
Egyptian users on social media networks have tackled this week their new constitution and the coming steps of the roadmap, as the Supreme Electoral Committee announced on Saturday that the newly drafted national charter was approved by 98.1% of voters. 38.6%, more than 20.5 million of registered voters, cast ballots in last week's referendum on the draft constitution, surpassing the 32% turnout of 2012 constitutional referendum. Over the large voters' turnout in the constitution referendum opposed by Abla Fahita, a Khartoum popular figure, says ironically that those who have not stained their fingers with red ink while voting do not deserve to have fingers. General Sisi's statement that he directed to American Congress delegation has been a popular post this week, as he refused intervention into Egyptian internal affairs, and he stressed the importance of supporting military relations with the United States so as to serve the interests of both countries. Another post on Facebook comments on a fake piece of news that was attributed by some sites to the Guardian newspaper, as it was claimed that the Guardian published an article saying that El-Sisi killed January Revolution and he seeks power with repression of people. The truth is that the Guardian had no such news, and the picture used was taken from an article published back in 2006. A post on the Facebook comments that revolution for the country is very different from a revolution for power and authority. Moving on to Twitter, Tahrir News tweets that interim President Adli Mansour said that approving the constitution is our first step towards the future, as Egypt has taken a difficult road, but a right one. Hafiz Abu Saada, president of the Egyptian Organization for Human Rights, tweets that whoever takes control of the authority in Egypt after the 2011 and 2013 revolutions must respect the people and bear in mind how strong the people are. Another tweet is about Dr. Khalid Muntasser comment as he asks, had it been necessary to have the enrolled brotherhood for a whole year to experience failure, stupidity and melancholy to realize that they are a betraying group? Another tweet says that to increase your followers and become popular, all you have to do is to insult the generation of the 60s, insult the state, say down to the military rule, and finally ask for freedom for Ahmed Meher, founder of April 6 youth movement. Hisham El-Gakh, the Egyptian poet, optimistically tweets that in spite of everything, the roadmap is going on. Moving on to YouTube, here are some popular videos by Egyptians this week. Very long queues of Egyptian voters.
كله تمام هذا التصوير الحقيقي.
Egyptians celebrating the Constitution's referendum.
Please don't forget to visit our website www.nileinternational.net.
Welcome back. You are still watching Nile Cruise on Nile TV, and as I mentioned in the introduction, we'll be talking more about the Cairo International Book Fair, which was inaugurated by President Adli Mansour on Wednesday. The Cairo Book Fair is one of the oldest and the largest book fairs in the Middle East. It is one of the prominent places bringing together different peoples to exchange viewpoints on various projects. The 45th edition of the Cairo International Book Fair runs from the 22nd of January till the 6th of February. We have more details with Nile Cruise reporter Lina Hasaballah.
It's the 45th round of Cairo's International Book Fair, and this year there is wide participation of over 755 publishers and representatives from 24 different countries, showcasing the best writings over the years.
الدورة دي ال 45 عنوانها
This is the 45th round titled Culture and Identity because we're trying to rediscover Egypt's identity, which comes in many forms, starting from the Pharaonic civilization to the Coptic Muslim civilization, and also a number of cultures on the borders of Egypt, like Halayb and Shalatin and Sinai. All of these combined create the Egyptian identity. This year is unlike last year, where we suffered from the Muslim Brotherhood's trials to narrow culture and creativity. But thankfully, the people were able to overcome these trials to Islamize the Egyptian identity. So what we're trying to prove is that this culture and identity is various and colorful and is embedded in every Egyptian's genes. We've always been participants here, representing the United Arab Emirates with its deep culture and several published books by our culture ministry. Thankfully, we are able here to showcase the work of the Emirates and raise awareness through our culture and media. This year's Person of the Year at the Cairo International Book Fair is renowned Egyptian writer Taha Hussein. His work and books can be found at the several booths here, as well as foreign Arab and Egyptian writers' books. The fair will be open to the public until February 5th. Lina Hasaballah, Nile TV International.